Today, we're going to take a look at just a couple small differences between ServiceNow and Cherwell. And what we want to do today is just kind of look at how, from an administrative side, your changes are saved within the system. So if you're new to Cherwell or new to ServiceNow or going in between the two, you can stick around and we'll go through some things. So in Cherwell, there are a couple ways to move data. And we're talking about, like I said, more of the administrative, the developing kind of side of things. And so your two typical ways are going to be your blueprint or by utilizing a mergeable application. For most of your small stuff, using a blueprint makes the most sense. If you're going to be doing a larger development project, you may want to consider using a mergeable application. They can be easier just for storing everything in kind of all wrapped into one, as well as only grabbing things that you're actually touching. So whereas a blueprint, if you go within an object, and we'll take a look at that in a minute, it's going to grab the entire object, even if you didn't touch anything in it. And so on the Cherwell side, if you want to create a new blueprint, all you have to do is click the create a new blueprint in the administrative tool once you're logged in. Now everything that I make changes to is going to be captured within that blueprint. So if I wanted to go into the incident business object, for instance, and I want to add a new field, I can then save my blueprint. And then to actually make those changes, they're not in real time. So when we make the blueprint, we're saying, I want to make this list of changes to go through. For users to actually see those, you're going to have to publish the blueprint. And so if we publish here, you have all of these options. To save some time, you can use only scan current culture, especially if you're only using one culture. That makes it just a lot faster. I also do the ignore conflicts a lot, just because if you're doing multiple blueprints and kind of overwriting blueprints, it makes it a lot faster. Otherwise, you're going to have just a lot of conflicts if you're changing things around. And I'm not going to actually publish this, but what I will go into now is show you what you would do on the ServiceNow side. So in ServiceNow, we don't have blueprints, we don't have mergeable applications. There are additional applications you can get. There's different plugins you can utilize. We won't be going into that today, but certainly in a later video. For doing your administrative tasks, your development, what ServiceNow utilizes is called update sets. And so to make one, we just go into the local update sets from the application menu, just search for update sets, and then you can create a new update set. Now, one thing to note is I'm always going to be in an update set. The user is always in an update set. Typically, they're in the default global update set, and they'll only have access to change what you, as an administrator, have given them, but they are still within the update set. So I'll create a new update set here. New update set is fine. And then I'm going to submit and make current. So by doing that, we see that my current update set has been changed to that new update set. And say I want to go back to incident here. I'll just go to open and pick a random one. So now if I want to add a field to this form, there's a couple different ways I could do it. For this example, I'm just going to do it through the form layout. And call it new field. It's a string value for now. Scroll down a little bit to add it. By default, it's just going to add it to the bottom, which is just fine for now. Now, the difference here between ServiceNow and Cherwell is that I'm making this change in real time. So there's nothing I need to publish. I make the change, it's there, which can be helpful and it can also be kind of scary sometimes. We can see here's my new field. So it's just something to watch out for, be aware of. The system won't allow you to do to really break it unless you get into some of the scripting side of things. So all of this data is stored in an update set. So when you move, this would be your dev system, for instance. You could then move your entire update set and everything you've done in it to your test environment and to your UAT and then eventually to your production environment. Functions very much like the blueprints, except like I said, it's real time. There is no publishing, and so it can be very helpful. I'm going to continue to make videos comparing ServiceNow and Cherwell. So if you would like to stick around, you're more than welcome to and see some more. Thanks for your time.